Myself Vinod Panara, and in this lecture we discuss about bar plot, then histogram, then pie chart, then scatter plot, and then box plot. Okay. So first one, bar plot. The bar plot or bar chart is usually a graph or chart that is mainly used to represent the category of data with rectangular bar with length and height that are proportional to the value which they represent. Okay, you can plot this bar either vertically or horizontally. We use the bar plot to mainly show the comparison between different category of data. So there are different data and we compare this different data by bar plot. Okay. In the bar plot, one axis of plot is used to represent the specific category being compared, while the other axis usually represent the measure value corresponding to those category. For example, given below is a simple example of the bar plot which represent the number of books offered by institute. First, import NumPy as NP. NumPy, that is one type of library, and we import NumPy as a NP. NP, that is alias name. Then import matplotlib dot pyplot as PLT. So alias name of pyplot, that is PLT. Then data is equal to computer network 20, DBMS 15, Java 30, C 35. So this data, that is one type of dictionary that contain number of key value pair. Okay. This computer network, first key 20, first value. DBMS, second key 15, second value. Okay. Then courses is equal to list in the bracket data dot keys. So all the key present in a data variable, that is courses, and value is equal to list in the bracket data dot values. So we make one list which contain all the value which are present in a data. Okay. Then Fig is equal to PLT dot figure, and in the bracket figure size is equal to 10 and 5. It means in the x-axis 10 inch, in y-axis 5 inch. Then PLT dot bar in the bracket courses, then values, and then color is equal to magenta and width 0.4. So in PLT.bar, we give courses, then values, then color, and then width. Then PLT.x label, in x-axis label, that is books offer, and in y-axis label, that is number of books provided. Then PLT.title, title, that is books provided by the institute, and then plt.show. So if we run this program, then output, that is one type of bar chart. Okay, in x-axis books offer, in y-axis number of books provided, and title books provided by the institute. This first one, that is computer network, second DBMS, third Java, and fourth C. Okay, and how much book offer, that is given in the dictionary. Key value, key value, key value pair. Okay, now this same program we run in Jupyter. So same program, import numpy as a np, then import matplotlib.pyplot as a plt, same program. And if we run again this program, then output that is one bar chart. Then second one, histogram. A histogram is an accurate representation of the distribution of numerical data. So, histogram is a type of bar graph and it was invented by Carl Person. The histogram is mainly used to represent the data that is provided in some group. Okay. Histogram usually contain of bins of data, container of data, where each bin contain of minimum and maximum value. To estimate the probability distribution of the continuous variable, histogram is used. Now, for example, following example, plot a histogram of marks obtained by student in a class. 4 bins. There are 4 containers, 0 to 25, minimum value, maximum value, 26 to 50, 51 to 75, and 76 to 100 are defined. So 4 containers are defined. The histogram show number of students falling in this range. Okay. So first step, from matplotlib import pyplot as a plt. Then import numpy as a np. Okay. Then fig ax is equal to plt dot subplot 11. It means to make one subplot for this histogram and dimension 11. Then a is equal to np dot array, and in the bracket 22, 87, 540, these all are value of this a. Then ax dot hist, and in the bracket a, then bins in the bracket 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. These are 4 bins. Okay, 0 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, 75 to 100. Bins means one type of container. Then ax dot set title. So this is title of that histogram. Then ax dot set x ticks. It contains 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. In x-axis, there are this tick 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. Then x dot set x label. Label in x-axis marks. Then ax dot set y label. Label in y-axis number of students. Then plt dot show. Okay, so if we run this program, then output that is one type of histogram. In x-axis marks 0, 25, 50, 75, 100, and in y-axis number of students, and this is histogram of result. So this is histogram of result. Okay, now the same program we run in Jupyter. So same program, from matplotlib import pyplot as a plt, then import numpy as a np, and the same program. What is in x-axis, what is in y-axis, label of x-axis, label of y-axis, same. Okay, so if we run this program again, then we get one histogram, histogram of result. So this is a histogram. Okay. Then pie chart. A pie chart can only display one series of data. Pie chart show the size of items in a one data series proportional to the sum of the items. So how much percentage that is for this first item, how much percentage for second one, that is display in pie chart. The data points in a pie chart are shown as a percentage of the whole pie. Okay, from 100 percentage, how much percentage for this first element, how much percentage for the second element, that is in pie chart. You can use the method plt.py to create a pie chart. For example, first the code below create a pie chart. Then first line import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. For second step contain data to plot. Which data? Labels are Python, C++, Ruby and Java. So this four element and size 215, 13, 245 and 210. So first make summation of this all item and then from 100 percentage, how much percentage that is for first element, how much percentage that is for second element, that is represented by pie chart. Then color is equal to gold, yellow green, light coral and light sky blue. Color for all four element. For first one gold, for second one yellow green, for third one light coral and for fourth one light sky blue. Then explode is equal to 0.1000. It means first element Python that is explode and by this value 0.1. So explode first slice. Then for plot plt.py in the bracket size means 215, 130, 245, 210 size. Then explode is equal to explode. So first slice explode. Then label is equal to labels. Label means Python, C++, Ruby and Java. And colors is equal to colors. Then auto PCT is equal to percentage 1.1f percentage. What do you mean by this? This 1.1f percentage means we consider only one digit after decimal point. Okay, then shadow is equal to true. Then start angle is equal to 140. Okay, then plt dot show. So if we run this program, then output that is one pie chart. So this is first element, second element, third element and fourth element. Okay, in anti-clockwise direction. So first element that is Python, second element C, third Ruby and fourth Java. Okay, first element contain 26.9 percentage. This is percentage value of second, this is percentage value of third and this is percentage value of fourth. And shadow is true. So shadow is true. And this first element that is from 140 degree from this axis. From this axis 140 degree. This is first element. So this angle that is 140 degree. Okay. Now this same program we run in a Jupyter. So this is same problem. Import matplotlib.pyplot as a plt. Then this all same problem. And if we run this problem again, then we get one pie chart that is Python, C, Ruby and Java. These four elements present in this chart percentage wise. Okay. Then scatter plot are used to plot data point on horizontal and vertical axis in the attempt to show how much one variable is affected by another. Then the scatter function plot one dot for each observation. It means for each observation there is a one dot which represent x dimension and y dimension. It needs two array of same length, one for value of x axis and one for value on y-axis. Now example, the observation in the example below is the result of 12 cars passing by. The x-axis show how old the car is and the y-axis show the speed of the car when it passes. Are there any relationship between the observation? It seems that the new the car, the faster it drive, but that could be a coincidence. After all, we only register 12 car. Okay, so there are 12 car in x-axis. It show how old the car is, and in y-axis it show speed of the car. First, in program, first import matplotlib.pyplot as a plt, then import numpy as a np, then x is equal to np.array, and this is 12 element. Okay, so in x-axis it show how old the car is, so this is value for 12 car. Then in y-axis, y is equal to np.array and this 12 value, speed of 12 car one by one. Then plt.scatter x, y and color is equal to green. Then plt.show. So if we run this program, then in Jupyter output is scatter graph. So first point, second point, third point, up to 12 point, it is so in this graph. Now this same program we run in Jupyter. So same problem, import matplotlib.pyplot as a plt, then import numpy as a np, and the same one for x-axis, for y-axis, and x-axis represent how old car is and y-axis represents speed of car, and there are 12 car. So in scatter graph there are 12 point which represent individual car. Okay, so this is scatter graph in Jupyter. Okay, and if we run again this problem, then we get same this scatter graph. Then box plot. The box plot in matplotlib is mainly used to display a summary of set of data having property like minimum, first quartile, then median, then 75 percentage, then maximum. Okay. The box plot is also known as whisker plot. The box is created from the first quartile to third quartile in the box plot. 25 percentage of data means Q1, 75 percentage of data means Q3. Okay. Also, there is a vertical line going through the box at the median. It means vertical line in the box represent median, and that is 50 percentage of data. Okay. Now, for example, the code for creating a simple box plot in the matplotlib library is as follow. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Then value 1 that is one type of list. It contains this all element. Then value 2 that is also one type of list and it contains all this value. Okay. Then value 3 that is also one type of list. Then value 4. Now box plot data, value 1, value 2, value 3 and value 4. So from value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4, minimum data, maximum data, then first quartile, then median, then third quartile, that is separated. Then plt dot box plot, and in the bracket box plot data, it means this one, then page underscore artist is equal to true, then labels is equal to sub 1, sub 2, sub 3 and sub 4, then plt dot show. So if we run this program, then output is this. Okay, For x-axis, sub 1, sub 2, sub 3, sub 4. It means 4, value 1, value 2, value 3, value 4. And in y-axis, data 0, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. So this is for first value, this is for second value, third value and fourth value. This below line, this represent minimum value, this is maximum value, and this line of box, below line of box, it represent first quartile, and above line it represent third quartile, and this is median, 50 percentage. So below line, this is Q1, this is Q3 and this is median. Okay, and this is minimum and this is maximum. Now the same program we run in Jupyter. So same program in x-axis, that is sub 1, sub 2, sub 3, sub 4, and in y-axis, that is data. And this is for value 1, this is for value 2, this is for value 3 and this is for value 4. And this horizontal line represent minimum, and this horizontal line represent maximum value. Minimum, maximum, minimum, maximum, minimum and maximum. And this horizontal line of box that represent Q1, that is first quartile, 25 percentage, and this upper line of box that represent Q3, third quartile, 75 percentage. Same, this one Q1, Q3, Q1, Q3, Q1, Q3. And this line, this inside box line, it represent median, 50 percentage of value. This line, this line, this line. So this is about today lecture. Thank you for today lecture.